Hey guys, Jake and Sarah Salyer with another episode of At Our Kitchen Table with Hearth Homes. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of relationships in this market. So we are just booming. I'm sure if you know anybody that's bought or sold or tried to, and you've been following anything going on since 2020, it's hard to be caught up. This is important or kind of relevant to us as we have a client right now that wanted to use a big bank, and I won't name them. They have a terrible reputation. I begged him not to. His response was that he didn't want his loan sold to Russia. Never heard anything like that. Of course, loans do get sold pretty regular, but through that process, we really can't communicate with his lender because the communication is poor. And so how do we stay ahead of the process when we can't really talk to that person? Of course, We've got our favorite lenders, someone that we work hand in hand with probably 90% of our transactions. But then there's 10 or 15 other names that if you told us, we'd say, oh yeah, they're fantastic. And we've had them on the other end of the deal and they're really good at what they do. It comes down to the same thing for an agent. In this market, you need an agent that's moving fast, but you also need a lender that's moving fast.
Well, and we've said this, over and over and over again, make sure the team that you're working with for the next, if you're from getting to end, if you're searching for a home, it could be a good 3-4 months. But once you're under contract, that next 30 to 60 days, you need to make sure that team that you are spending so much time with in communication with daily, because right now, interest rates are fluctuating up and down. When you need a rate lock, what's it going to cost if we go past our rate? You need to make sure that communication with your lender, with your title company, with your realtor, everybody is working simultaneously together to make sure that they're working hard for you.
What she just said, if you have a realtor and it's not us, they should have a good lender that they work hand in hand with, which will make your agent's life easier, which will make your life easier. And I'm sure they all have a title company. But through this process, especially right now, when everything's multiple offers and everybody's working so hard to try to get somebody a home, having an agent that you can text and you get a timely response, for us, that's usually 15 minutes or less. And they can text the lender or you can text the lender and ask questions. What she just said, extensions. My gosh, if you have to extend and you lose your rate lock, it can get super expensive. And so those are things that you really want a lender that's going to be on top of. And again, communication is key. A relationship is key.
Yeah. That ultimately we love to preach. Have a good team. Make sure those are questions that you're going to ask up front when you're interviewing realtors, or maybe a lot of times I always say shop lenders, not just shop what their numbers are, but shop their communication skills and their relationship with you.
Looking at another property that was out of state. So I got a recommendation from a builder friend there, and he said, call this lady. She got back to me 2 hours later. So that's kind of strike one. And she said, hey, let me send you an email. For me, I am in my truck, 5 hours out of the day. I'm not looking at emails, lady. I need somebody that's going to answer the phone or get back with me and say, hey, I'm doing this. Those things are red flags right out of the gate, right? So
for you.
For me. Yeah. But I expect we give a very, very high level of customer service. We expect the same thing. And maybe our expectations aren't that great. I don't know. I think everybody's in a now mentality with Amazon Prime being at your doorstep the next day. But all that to say, relationships are so key through this process. Buying, selling. We just did a video on remodel. People that you can communicate with easily, openly, and get a timely response is so important in a really, really fast-moving market where we're not telling people to move fast because we want to be salesmen. We're telling you to move fast because you will lose it.
Yeah.
Everything we're seeing right now is multiple offer situations, above list price, no closing cost, a lot of cash deals. So
relationships are key when it comes to real estate and your real estate transaction.
Anybody that you trust. So, that's all we've got for you guys. Thanks again for watching another episode of At Our Kitchen Table. Jake and Sarah Salyer. If you guys have questions, call, text, like, subscribe, email. We may or may not see it for a while, but we'd love to hear from you. Y'all have a great day.